Hey, what's up? This is Matt Dietz, and this is Agency Launch. This is the show where I tell you what it's like to run an insurance agency. So we talk about sales and marketing and staffing and retention and everything that I've learned in 19 years of running an agency. Hey, I got something free for you today. Hey, are you getting yelled at by your clients a little bit more than you're used to? Like, we're in a pretty heavy rate cycle, right? Where we're taking a lot of rates. So I'm going to give you a letter that you can email to your clients. It's one that I've written myself. It's one that I'm using in my agency, and it's getting a really nice response from my clients. This letter shows why they bought from you. So do me a favor and send me a text, 208-213-8809, and write the word email, and I will send you a link to this letter. All right, there you go. On with the show. Are you dying for something to be easy? Does everything seem just that much harder these days? Do you hate accord forms every time you want to apply for something? I've got something to make your life a little bit easier. I want to introduce you to Brightco. Brightco is an online jewelry insurance company that has made buying insurance for your jewelry so easy. You can get a quote in like 2 minutes. You answer 6 questions. You can do the quote. You can bind it. You're going to be done before you even know that you started. Brightco will manage all payments, claims, reporting, and commissions all on this slick portal. And in a world where our tech feels clunky and lethargic, it is a breath of fresh air to have something modern at our fingertips that make our lives easier and our customers' lives easier. So go to bright.co/Matt Dietz. That's brite.co/MATTDIETZ to learn more, and go right to that site to get appointed. Let's go. Hey, what's up? All right, today I wanted to talk about kind of expenses and cash flow in your agency. I've talked to a lot of agents, and some of the work that we're doing in my program when I talk to them weekly is we take a look at their expenses and what's going out. Okay, how much money is going out, and I ask them to kind of do an audit of their expenses because a lot of times they uncover stuff they don't use. A lot of times they uncover something that they forgot about, or there is a program or something in there that they have that isn't driving income. It's a great way to kind of get a pulse check on your money situation, right? It's always been really simple to me in my mind. How much is coming in versus how much is going out? Like, I understand it's important to take a look at all of your data and know your numbers and know how much your average policy costs, and to know how much you're making and how much you're paying for payroll, and you can really get lost in the weeds and you can overanalyze some of this stuff. But at the end of the day, how much are you making and how much are you spending? It's not what you make, it's what you keep. Okay. You're in business. You want the making and keeping to be, you want to keep as much as you can, right? Or else what are we doing here? Example, something that I did recently. Look at this. Sorry. Something I did recently was I canceled my agency Zoom because it was something that I wasn't using. All right, I bought that during the pandemic. We were onboarding some leads because my company was giving them away. The pandemic was really weird. And I thought that might be a way for us to drive some business. We tried it for probably 4 to 5 months. And then I remembered how much I hated that. And I didn't want my team doing that. And so we ditched it. I kept Agency Zoom until yesterday because I wasn't using it for a pipeline. A lot of the things that Agency Zoom offers, I had already built. I have MailChimp that I use for automation. I have something that I use for collecting reviews that's good for me and that I like. And we have our own pipeline management. I didn't use Agency Zoom as a customer management system because I have one of those with my company. Now, if I was a new agent, especially if I was a new indie agent, you have to have something like that, right? So that's a little bit different. But if you're captive, you have a CRM. You have one, and it probably does 90% of what you need it to do. I wasn't using it. I wasn't using it to the point where it was making me any money. I got rid of it. And I think you have to understand that, some of the things that these high gloss, really fancy things in the tech world do and they give us do you need it? Do you need it? Or do you just want it? Another thing that I never bought, but I talked to another agent about is there's a company out there where you can collect deck pages and they charge you for that. And it's nice, it's nice to get deck pages, but whatever, it's like $100 a month. And, in my entire career, 19 years, did I ever need that? Nope. I never needed it. Would it have made me more money? I honestly don't know. Does it make things easier? I honestly don't know, because the way that works is if I have a prospect and I'm going to quote their insurance, I can send them a link and they have to log on using their credentials with their current company and get their username and password and punch that in and hit a few buttons and authorize the release of their deck pages to me. I don't know how much more challenging it is for them just to forward their deck pages to me. From a work standpoint, for the client, you can say, hey, can you just email me PDFs of your deck pages versus, having them log in. It's never been that cumbersome of an ask. And the only thing on the deck page that I would want to see is how much they're paying. I ask everybody who I quote what they're paying, and 75 to 80% of the people tell me. So I don't know. It wasn't an advantage that I wanted to spend money on. When we do quotes anyway, you can see what their coverages are for the most part. You just can't see their deductibles. You can see everything else for the most part, right? You can see what their liability limits are. You can see if they have UM and UIM. You can see if they have medical. You can see if they have comp and collision, towing, rental. It's all there in the reports that we get. You're paying for that somewhere, right? Deep down in the bowels of your in your folio, you're paying for that anyway. Anyway, if you cut that product and Agency Zoom, you're saving $200 a month. You can use, Google Sheets or Excel to do a lot of this stuff. How am I going to track my premium now? Because we used to put all our sales in Agency Zoom. I'm going to make a spreadsheet. Okay. I'm going to share it with my team. Everyone on my team is going to have a tab, and we're going to have on there, name of client, company, policy number, premium, anything else I want to put on there. I'll just keep a running total for years. That's what I did in the past anyway. I've got years worth of spreadsheets that show me how much we were doing. There's a lot of cool tech out there, and I love it, and I will try it. But the question you have to ask yourself is it making me more money, or is it saving me time? That's it. The other thing about Agency Zoom that I never did, but I did a final kind of question to a group, and I was like, hey, what is this? What do you guys use this for? And a lot of people were using it for something called Service Center. And it was like tasks and reminders and, ask service requests and stuff like that. And my system, it's already being done. And if I'm doing it over in another portal, I felt like I'm doubling my work, and I didn't quite understand that. I didn't see how it was going to save me any time. My team's very efficient. I swear to God, this is going to sound stupid, but we use paper. Every task that comes in, everything I ask my team to do, they write down on a frickin' spiral notebook. I know it's stupid, but, and it stays in the notebook until the task is done. When the task is done, they scratch it off, and then they put comments in the system that it was done. That's it. You know how much a spiral notebook costs? It's basically free. You can make your own stuff if you want to. And I will continue to try things. Like I onboarded BombBomb 4 or 5 years ago, And that changed the way that I do my business. I love it. I've sent out over 1,000 videos to people. That is something that nobody else does. I know it's gotten me more sales. I know it's gotten me noticed. It's great for marketing. You may have even gotten a BombBomb from me at some point in time, right? How did that make you feel? Different, right? Than if I just sent you an email. That is a quality product that I've been telling you to use for years. You probably haven't started it yet, and that's fine. I'll be the guy that sends out the videos, but I love it. And that's a good example of something that I've tried and that I use. I love to podcast, right? Social media is where I spend a fair amount of time creating content, getting my name and brand out there. That's the kind of tech that I like right now. All this other stuff, a lot of the stuff that you have is at your fingertips. You already have it, or you can do it on your own. Just think about that. That's all. But if I was a new agent and if I wanted automation, like Agency Zoom is a great one-stop shop for a lot of the things that I already built. Okay. I have nothing against it. It just wasn't a good fit for me. It's a good fit for a lot of people. I would just ask you, are you sure you need it? Are you sure you need it? Or could you use that money somewhere else? The way I look at it is I just found $100 a month. And I'm going to take that $100 a month and I'm going to try something else. Okay? I'm going to try something else. Maybe a product to help me, create different or better content. Or maybe there's another product I can use to help save my team time. I don't want to add time. I want to save them time. Or I want to make more money, right? That's what I'm trying to do. So anyway, just do an audit of all of your money, incoming and outgoing. Figure out if what you're spending makes sense. And I think it'll be a great little tiny project for you. All right, there you go. My name is Matt. This is Agency Launch. You can find me all over the place. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Threads and Instagram at Deets Agency. And send me a text, 208-213-8809. And ask, just type the word email to me. I'll send you a free resource that will help you kind of make it a little bit cleaner for you on your renewals with your clients, because your clients are probably getting intense increases, and this will help soften the blow a little bit. And don't forget, agencylaunch.net is there for you if you want any personal coaching. So there you go. Thank you for listening. Keep up the good work.